Michele and Lynn. So I'm going to apologize to the translators ahead of time. Roi de Rois. I got it right. Thank you. The French people understood what I said. I'm so pleased. King of Kings in English are from Montreal, Hochelaga Maisonneuve. Share with us a story.
I was not texting, I was taking notes. In case of. My name is Michele Monette, and I'm with the women from Proverb 31. I don't know about you, but I got the one. Her name is Lynn, and that's funny. I see me here. It's not good. Close this, please. That's disturbing. So, can I take this? I'm with this guy. I gotta move. I saw him move. I said to his wife, I said, he's moving. So, yeah, we are planning a church. I don't have a Mennonite name, but I have Mennonite blood. It's in my DNA. I've been born again in 1992 in the Mennonite Brethren community in Montreal. And since then, I've been working to become part of the Mennonite family. It's easier. I'm like this. Do you see it? Can you read this for me in French, in English? I'll read it in French, okay? So it's Matthew 4:19. Ça dit en français, suivez-moi et je ferai de vous des pêcheurs d'hommes.
And he said to them, no, hold it. I need to read this.
Oh, yeah.
And he said to them, follow me and I will make you fishers of men.
Wow. We've been called to do ministry in Hochelaga Maisonneuve in 1999. There was at this time a war in this neighborhood between Hells Angels and Rock Machines. And this is when I wrote a book. I read. Okay, red. It's not a color. I read a book called Love for the City. And Gordon MacDonald in this book says that he is actually challenging us to come back to the city and leave the suburbs and come back to the city. So I said, okay, God, I'm going to go. And I will go in this neighborhood where actually there was just one evangelical church in 90% white francophone de souche. How do you translate that? Like they were born Quebecois, you know? Okay. So there's no newcomers or immigrant in this neighborhood. There's just people like me, Quebecois de souche. And there were no evangelical church. There was just one. But the problem is that he had to convince her. And so to be able to go in this neighborhood where there was a war, if you read the history, if you read back a little bit, in 2001, there was a bomb, a car exploded in the neighborhood, and it killed a guy in the car for sure. But there was a playground, a school just besides the other side of the street, and then there was a kid there that was playing, and then he got hit by a part of the car that exploded, and then he died. And this is something you don't wanna have your kids in this kind of neighborhood. You don't know if they're insecurity. So when I said to my mother-in-law that I would move there, she wanted to kill me. She didn't want us there at all. But that's the way it is. When God is calling, then you walk and then you do it. So it took some time. In 2004, we moved there, coming back from 4 years in France. And we started the church in the community. So just to do a big jump, in 2008, we have merged our plant with the former church that was there, the evangelical church that was there. There was a dying church, decreasing. We needed help. We had no leaders or very few, and they needed help because they were decreasing. So we joined our force together, and then we started working. And last year, and that's the story I want to tell you. Last year, we started a breakfast. So every Sunday morning, we have rounded table like that with tablecloth and all that, and then we have a breakfast for the street, for people in the street. It is the poorest white Francophone neighborhood in Canada. So there is a lot of people that are in need in this place. So we open the door, we have a breakfast, we have big signs that invite people to come to the breakfast. It's just $1, and they come, and then they do the worship with us. So every Sunday, we may have between 5 to 20 people from the street that are coming to our service. It's not easy, because some are loud, some are stinky, some doesn't know how to really relate to each other. There is mental disease, there is drug addictions, alcoholism. So that's our Sunday service. And there is this family that comes to our church. Her name is Annick, and then she comes with her kids. And her husband, just take her to church every Sunday morning. So he comes, takes the baby, take her to church, and leave. And he comes back at 12 o'clock or 11:30, kind of. Depends what time you want to go home. And he takes the kid and the wife, and then he's going back. What he's doing between 10 to 12 is that he is watching the neighborhood. He was part of the Hells Angels War as an Hells Angel. And he was a watcher for the Hells Angel. And it's in his mind. So he leave his wife in the church and his kids, and he's doing round trip around the church to make sure nothing happened to the church. Because his wife is there, like he got to protect them. One day he walked into church, and I was practicing worship, and I saw him I say, bye Luke, his name is Luke, and he said, Michele, I play drums. So I had my guitar, and then I was playing, and he just say, I play drums. And I looked at him, I said, the drum is there. So come, you say you play drum. So the drum is there. And he was just like, I said, yeah, that's true. You can come and play drum. So he came, and now he is part of our worship team. He's there every Sunday. Every Thursday night at the practice, he is with us. He's a great leader. One day, he called me 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, the only day I can sleep. He called me at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, and he said, I got to talk to you. And he got this voice, like this. And on the morning, it's really like this. And he's full of, like he's a tattooer, so he's full of tattoo. And then so I said, okay, come. So he came to the house. Okay, I'm finished. I'm done. I'm finished. He came to the house and he said, I was watching for evil. I was working for the devil and watching so my partner in Hells Angels wouldn't get hurt or anything. And now it will go. I want to work for God and for good. So sometimes it is very weird. You don't give the front to a non-Christian full of tattoo with this kind of voice, you know. But I knew that if I would give him the drum, then he would come and know what is to be a disciple of Jesus Christ and walk in this. And today he's there with us every day. And we are talking about getting baptized and all that. So.